I am Indigo Sage. Welcome to your Act Now message from your guardian angels. Your Act Now messages features two choices that are causing a dilemma in your life. Your guardian angels are providing the information in this reading to help you make a choice so that you may act now on your decision. The Act Now message in this reading is for those of you who may find yourselves needing to make a choice between partner one and partner two at this time that you are watching this video. Now, I'm going to add this. When I was channeling these messages, partner one also resonated with business partner. And then as I went into message two, it was partner two, and it kind of resonated with as if it was love, like a love decision, and which took me back to partner one. So, which is why, in general, I'm going to label it partner one, partner two. However, partner one, I feel like for some of you, it has to do with a business, like a business partner. But partner two came out very clear that it was partner two, which made me officially label this partner one, partner two, and having to do with love. So you have two choices in love. So you need to get it together. The message for choice one advises you on partner one, and and choice two will advise you on partner two. Your Act Now topics will change according to what your guardian angels deem are your highest messages. Allow me to tell you a little information about the designated decks for all Act Now readings. They are as above and so below. The As Above deck focuses on the nature of universal energies present in the world as it relates to your choices. The So Below deck will be used as clarifiers for the As Above deck. The So Below deck will show you how the universal energies play out in your everyday life, as well as how we experience the elements. Information for all decks used in this reading will be in the description box below, along with other interesting links. With that being said, let's get started. Okay, so here's how it works. Here's your as below row. Here's your as above row. So I channeled your message through the as above, okay, which is clarified by the as below. And I am going to, there we go. So we have the as above, which is clarified by the as below. So each card up here is clarified by the card below it. That's how it works all the way until you get to the top, which is this is the as above, which will be clarified by the as below, which are side by side. Here we have a beautiful number angel, an angel number tile, which were created by me, Indigo Sage. And that's because the angels are, our guardian angels are talking to us all the time. All we have to do is pay attention. The most common way that they talk to us and communicate with us is through angel number messages. For this particular message, it's 222. And that is a clarity message directly from your guardian angels with this guardian angel message. And let's get started. So, the past. This column right here represents the past, okay? So, the as above deck is saying five of air in reverse is the past. Five of air in reverse is represented by this card, and the main bullet point for that is know thyself. Okay, know thyself. Wow. And I just put on my page, there was a meme that said, "You have mastered the selfie, now master thyself." Okay. So, five of air reversed. So, five of air in essence is talking about, it says that it's important that you that our own strengths should be recognized and used to the best advantage at this time. We have what we need, but we may have to remind ourselves of that. So that is the main message for it. But in reverse, the shadow side of this card indicates that we are allowing circumstances to control us, that we are giving our power over to an assumed fate. So what it is saying is that you've already came to the conclusion of what you believe that your fate is, and you're succumbing to that. But that's in the past position, and it's clarified by the Five of Swords, which for this deck it means Pyrrhic, which is spelled Pyrrhic. Pyrrhic. And Pyrrhic means a victory won at too great a cost to have been worthwhile to the victor. Ouch. All I can say for that is ouch. That's what you went through in the past. Like, you fought hard and you won, but it was at too great a cost, though. So you really, in essence, lost. Ouch. And it shows you fought hard, though. And I am referring to this one. This is the clarifier here. What you can see is, and I really want you guys to see it. See, I'm going to go ahead and, but looking at it up close, you can see she's a victor. Yeah. However, this is in reverse, which means that you won, okay? You won. However, it was at too great of a cost for you. So the way I view that kind of stuff is you lost. That's me. That may just be me. So here we go with, now that's in the past, okay? So this is what you've experienced in the past, so that means you're already aware of it. All right, now feel free to comment on how you're already aware of it, but this is not new to you, okay? That you spent so much time or so much effort and you won, but it didn't pan out the way that you felt like it should have, because you lost more than what you gained. So reversed, Five of Water is in the now position, okay? So what she's talking about is, first of all, she's the goddess Bellona, and her most deadly weapon is her mind. Okay? So here's the beautiful thing. I'm saying it's beautiful because it's so clear to me, but maybe it's more ironic. You tell me. Do you really want to know what's on her mind right now? So her most deadly weapon is her mind, and we're in the now. So what is on her mind right now? All the times that she's followed or listened to false leads or mistruths. Okay? The biggest danger is deception is all around her, which is the now. And so when we talk about her following, the thing that's on her mind is how she listened to the false truths. That actually goes back to the past, which is the Five of Air. And what that says is the shadow side of this, and we are focused on the shadow side because it's in reverse. The shadow side of this card indicates that we are allowing circumstances to control us, that we are giving our power over to an assumed fate. So to say we're allowing circumstances to control us and that we are giving our power over to an assumed fate. So you come over here to the now. Now that's in the past. You come over here to the now. Her mind is her most deadly weapon. And what's on her mind? Everything that she's given up with that assumed fate. So you're not far from this now, and this past is so connected. you're not far from it at all. Like, I'm thinking like a week or two, you know, so far as the past and the now. But it's clarified, of course, and it's clarified by the Five of Chalice, which is represented by the repression of grief. Now, here is where I am going to go ahead and say, knock it off, okay? Knock it off. Don't repress the grief. Acknowledge the grief and anger, and it will help you move forward, okay? So, on unapologeticallysage.com website, there is a blog about newsflash, I get angry. Okay, I wrote it, and it was about me repressing anger. So I am totally there with you. I understand how a person can get there to where they're repressing their anger, but at the same time, I understand also how it is not healthy at all to repress your anger. Okay? It can be very, very dangerous to repress your anger. So that's why I say knock it off. Okay? So that is clarifying your now situation. You are angry about how you repressed yourself in the past, and that is in your now. So your past that's supposed to be in the past is coming in your now. And that is why I say knock it off. Let it out. Go ahead and be angry. You don't have to repress. And actually, my apologies. It doesn't say be angry. It says you're repressing your grief. And I was repressing my grief. And that's why it came out as anger. But I was grieving. I was grieving a relationship of what I thought, I thought it was going to be. It was something that I thought it was going to be, what I thought it was going to be. Anyway, so I had to grieve it because it was dead. It died. So you have to grieve, okay? Whether your image of a person dies, image of a relationship, your idea, your dreams, when something dies, you must grieve. It's a grief. It's not anger. It's a grief. You gotta grieve it. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Grieve it, bury it, and move on. Now, we move on to the best of the situation. Best of the situation with your partner, number one. The best of the situation is the devil. Okay. Yeah, that said something. That said something. So the way it comes out in the As Above deck is it's card 15, and it's called Lamas. Okay? And it represents the first of three harvests. You are acknowledging that everything has a price. Okay? Everything is a price to pay. And there is an air of celebration and wild abandon. And there's a mantra of eat, drink, be merry, for tomorrow we die. There is enjoyment, indulgement, and overindulgement. Okay, so let's break down this devil, okay? Because he's not the Rider Waite devil. He's not the Rider Waite devil, so you're not going to find the answer in Rider Waite, okay? This is the As Above devil, okay? The As Above devil represents the first of three harvests. So the harvest is when you're working really hard to harvest your dreams, your thoughts, and your everything, What you believe is your everything. You're working hard towards it. Okay? And so the first of the harvest means that, first of all, you know that there's more to come, but you're putting your all into this, and your first harvest is going to be boomtastic. It's going to be bomb. It's going to be great. That's what you're thinking. That's how you're feeling. You're putting everything into it. But you also, the best to come in this situation is you acknowledging that everything has a price. Meaning, when you reap what you've sown, and You have everything that you want that comes with a price. And in this situation, the price is actually going to be more than just your hard work. Okay? It is clarified by the devil, which is here. And she is scooping the huge, looks like a banana split. I don't know if any of you guys out there love ice cream or are in the mood for ice cream, want ice cream, thinking about ice cream. It is getting hot where I am in California, so ice cream is on the menu. But looks like she's overindulging to me. Just saying, just saying. Look like she overindulging. Okay, and I'm saying she. I don't know. Well, actually, those look like man hands. Look like man hands. So that's probably a man overindulging, or he could be the cashier making it for a man. I don't know. Anyway, clarification: a choice, action, or situation contrary to your best interest. So it's something where you're thinking it's in your best interest, but it's not. So it's saying that no matter how pretty or appealing a thing is, if it controls your will, it is not worth it. Everything is relative. So even something normally positive may not be in your best interest if it's the wrong time or the wrong amount or for the wrong reason. Okay? Now, that's the best to come of the situation. The worst of the situation is represented by, get this, the star. The star. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? 17. The star from the as above deck. That's the worst to come. The star. So, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. And I think it's beautiful. And it's saying that, well, just off glance, just off top, it's beautiful to me. But let's dive into it. The star actually is the M bulk. And that says it's time for cleaning, literally and symbolically. It says your focus is on purification, and it says, well, here's the thing, okay? What I get from this is that something needs to be let go. You are not letting go, and instead you're trying to purify it. So, I when I got this card, when I got the star as the worst, I really was, looking at it. When this came up in your reading, I was like, well, this is great. How can the star be bad? Even though it's in a position for the worst to come, I was just thinking, but the star, like, okay, so maybe this is going to balance out that devil in the best. Okay? But then you look at it and it's like the star is saying that you're trying to purify something. You focused on purification. That's why that's in the worst. You can't do that. No, 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 ma'am. No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. No. You, look at here. If it's something you need to let go, you need to let it go and knock it off. That's why knock it off was at the beginning of this message. You cannot, you're trying to, it's as if, you know what they're showing me? This is what the guardian angels are showing me. Like hurricane water. Okay. You don't know what's all in it. You don't know if there's gas in it, oil in it, molded food, bacteria, a virus, bacteria. You don't know what's in that water, what that water is carrying, okay? From a hurricane. And it could be stuff all swished up, gathered from the bottom of the ocean. Stuff that had been there, but you didn't know it was there, and it was none of your business that it was there. But all of that is swished up in that bottle, and here you go trying to. Now you know all of the possibilities of the messed upness that's in that bottle of water, but here you go trying to create a company and to purify it and to feed people the BS, the water. Knock it off. This is why I'm saying knock it off. That that in itself is a big toll to put on yourself. Number one, to be purifying all of that. But then I'm saying number one, I want to say number one is realizing that you didn't do it, so you don't have to purify it. Okay? This person or this situation is all messed up, and you didn't do it. It's not your fault. So you're not in charge of purifying it. You don't have to clean it up. It's not your mess to clean up. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It's not your mess to clean up. Accept that. Okay? So, back to my example, yeah, you may want to help, but right now, your guardian angel is saying that's not yours, sweetie, to purify and clean up. So that's why the star is in the worst to come of the situation, because you just might try to purify that water. That's not up to you. You can't do that. It's not, you didn't do it. Okay, so my guardian angels do cut me off sometimes when they feel like I need to be cut off. So you might hear a little glitch. You may have heard a glitch right before I said all of this. But picking up where we left off at, the worst of, the situation was clarified by the star, which is here. Okay. And the keywords to that was renewal and cleansing, trying so hard, and false hopes. Okay? So, as I've said, and as you can hear, like the distress in my voice when I'm saying to knock it off, it's because there's false hopes there. False hopes. This looks like what you're hoping for, and it's not gonna happen. So, what's to come if you stay on this route is Seven of Fire. Okay, which Seven of Fire from the deck as above. Seven of Fire from the deck from as above is one of my favorites, and it's represented by the crazy genius. Okay, the Seven of Fire promises exciting times. We should be ready to expect the unexpected from life and from ourselves. And in this case, do not expect the surrounding cards to provide much detail about the particulars. Now, the shadow side of this card shows extremely impulsive behavior, radical ideas, and a desire for rebellion that will lead to regret. Okay? Now, that's the crazy genius. That's what's going to happen if you stay on this route, to be clarified by the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is depicted here. Right there is clarification. And that card is saying you are going to have to lean on the universe for energy to stand up for yourself. Indigo Sage opinion is give it up, knock it off. Knock it off and give it up for partner one. Let partner one go. Because what's to come if you stay on it is that you're going to have to lean on the universe, to stand up for yourself. Who wants to do that? Who wants to do that? Now, I do know that sometimes when you are in a tower moment, you do need to lean on the universe in order to stand up for yourself. I know. I've been there. But for choice one, it's exactly that, a choice. They are giving you premonition, to see what it is, and they laid it out for you here in this reading. to give you clarification, speaking of clarification, 222 is the angel message number of clarification for this particular message. So, what are they saying? Angel tile 222 for clarity. It says balance and manifesting miracles. First of all, for it to be a miracle, that says something in it of itself. But angel number 222 encourages you to take a balanced, harmonious, and peaceful stance in all areas of your life. The message is to keep the faith and stand strong in your personal truths. Now, I know in the very beginning I was getting organized, and now Angel 2 for clarification is saying that you need to be balanced. Balanced. So, enjoy your day, your night, your week, and catch me real quick when I give you your choice 2.